Hey, what's going on, guys? It's been a minute. Keeper here. Haven't uploaded in a bit. So, yeah, I figured now was a good time to check in. What do you guys think? We got the jerseys up, all framed. But yeah, so we got these three up. I think they look pretty good. All right, so what I wanted to show off today, though, was something that arrived. Let's see here. Wow. Okay. Actually, I know exactly what arrived. So this cost me maybe like a little over $100. I'll explain. Okay. I got this from WWE, and the reason it only cost $100 is that I had sent in a bunch of cards for trade. Yeah. Okay, so we got this guy. I hope they're all here. Okay, so there's supposed to be 7. I ordered 7 boxes. But now I'm concerned, based on what's in there, it might be short. Could be wrong. Okay, so we've got 1 Mega Charizard UPC. Okay, oh no, maybe never mind. I think they might be out here. There's 2. And there's a 3rd one in there. He's empty. So stoked to get these. Man, I know Costco apparently is going to be coming out with these 2 packs. I keep hearing stuff about it online. Yeah, so 2 UPCs for like 180 something USD. Now, that would be an insane deal. I don't know if you'll be able to get multiples of those with Costco. It looks like it might just be online as well. So I'm still going to try to get that deal. If it drops, I think as early as next week, I've seen. Okay, yeah, so this is full. So we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, the other one wasn't completely full. Okay. So, the reason why I got 7 is I sent in a bunch of cards for trade. Now, the cards I sent in for trade were the Lucario V-Star promos from the Crown Zenith ETB. Well, maybe a couple years ago, I started just buying a bunch of them for like as low as $1 and change Canadian to as much as maybe like $3 Canadian per card. They're up to around like 10 now. And I think I got told like 105. Now I sent one for grading and came back at 10, and I was going to keep that. I think I actually got rid of that. But anyways, I figured I'd send those in because the company Decked Out Gaming was going to offer like, I think $5 to $6 or something per card for cash, but then it was going to be like between $8 and $9 per trading value. So I was like, okay, that way I don't have to sell them individually because that would be a pain. I just send them off and they credit me and I can shop on their store. And they had these UPCs going for $1.99 Canadian per box, which has come down from the original, what was it, $2.50 US. People in Europe, man, they're paying what, like $250 to 300 euros per upon release. Kind of kicking myself that I didn't stock up on the other Charizard UPCs because they went down to, I think, under $100 US at one point when Pokemon was in a bit of a lull point before it blew up again. Now, anyway, so learn from past mistakes. Wish I had loaded up when they were cheap. These, at least I got a bunch for now. I would like to add more if I can get them for cheaper. They end up going for like, I don't think they'll ever go for $100 US easily available. If they do, yeah, I'll probably get to like 40 or 50 and just sit on them because they're guaranteed to go up. The packs in there are pretty sweet, as well as the promo card is one of the coolest promo cards, especially Charizard promo. I love it, but that's just me. Okay, so I just want to show that off before I get into some other things. I'll show the other things so I don't forget here. So we got the wall. Okay, starting up there, so we got the Triple H. That's another Triple H one. These are, that's a Legacy. I believe that's a Signature Series. Both serialized, unsigned. And then we got John Cena there in the middle. Kind of doesn't really belong because these are more like specialty belts versus like an actual belt. Even though that was like a custom made one. And then we got Roman Reigns. That one is signed. I got this in a bunch of signed belts and a lot through Heritage Auctions. Won a few auctions for a really good deal. And I actually want to touch on that next. And then we got Brock Lesnar one down there. That's unsigned. Okay, the reason why I want to show those off, because one of the things I want to talk about is I got an email a couple days ago from Heritage Auctions saying that I owed them over $700 US. And I almost lost my freaking mind. So the belts that I had won, I think I showed them off in a previous video, but that video actually might have been taken down if it's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, last video I posted, it got hit with a copyright, so maybe I'll have to re-upload it and just take up some of the WWE music I had in the background when I was showing off stuff. But I got Signature Series Bret Hart signed by Bret Hart. The Roman Reigns one on the wall there, signed. And then, who else? Shawn Michaels Legacy signed. That was 3. And that came to like 800 total US. So 3 awesome belts, like for basically like the price of one on the secondary market, give or take. Now, too good to be true, because I paid for shipping. I had to pay like an extra like $30 or something after I'd already like paid once the auctions were done. I got the invoice, paid everything, and then it was like, oh, an extra $30 I think for credit card transactions, so paid that as well. But shipping wasn't included, ironically enough. I never got a bill for shipping or anything. And they sent it off to me. So I was like, sweet, I got the belt. And then I guess now they're trying to charge me for shipping, which apparently it says for $700. So it's like, I don't know, I already got my stuff. Should I be paying this? It's like, frick, like I want to pay them for the shipping, but I don't agree. Like, there's no way that it makes sense to charge someone now for $700 for 3 belts. Like, I'm sorry, $100 US? More reasonable, even with the 150 max, okay? Like, I'd be comfortable with that, but $700 US, that's insane. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that. We'll see. But what's also kind of tricky now is that after that those auctions, I won those. There was a couple more belts that came up for auction. There was this Kane Signature Series. Yeah, I think it was a Kane Signature Series belt that was signed by him. Got pushed up a bit too on that one, but I actually did end up winning. So I paid for the Kane. Am I gonna get the Kane? So I just say, you keep the Kane one and cover the shipping. I don't know what's gonna happen, but we'll see. Next I want to get up skateboards. So I got the Bear Walker Metazoo boards. I got the Revive Metazoo boards. I haven't gotten any of those up yet though. And also Pokemon ones. I've got Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, as well as Pikachu boards that I want to get up from the Santa Cruz collab that was done a couple years ago. I gotta get those up somewhere. So that's the next big project. So let's say today's Friday. Now on Tuesday is actually when I start my treatment. I'll be going in for my first round of chemo and radiation. I'm scheduled for 3 rounds of chemo and then 7 weeks of radiation. I'll be providing updates on my journey. I think I'll do daily uploads, just touching base, just saying hi. If anybody wants to follow along, or anybody who has had a similar diagnosis, just to let you know, so you can see what my fight's gonna be like. I've been trying to exercise. I don't go to the gym or nothing. I just kind of do stuff with my own body weight. But yeah, I feel like I'm getting in shape, swelling up a bit. I'm gonna be potentially losing a lot of weight. Estimating I could be losing anywhere between like 20 to 50 pounds. I have packed on a bit of weight. I'm up to like 207. It was the highest I've seen the scale get to. My normal weight has been around just under 200. So yeah, so packed on some weight, but I'm assuming I'm gonna be losing a bunch once it gets more difficult to eat over time. Trying to do swallowing exercises, so that's the big thing. If I can keep swallowing food, even though I'm going to lose my taste, everything's going to taste metallic. If I can power through that, I'm hoping I can still swallow, even though everything's going to taste like glass, or just swallowing is going to be like glass, if not impossible altogether. So we'll see. Okay, we touched on belts. Oh, last thing I want to touch on, man, political climate, absolutely wild. I did see something the other day, or last night, I think it was, on Instagram. I'm a huge Metazoo fan. But I saw one of the OG artists posting some stuff about ICE. Poncho, yeah, kind of shocked me to see Poncho posting fuck ICE stuff on his Instagram. Also did some artwork, awesome looking artwork. And I want to say this now, like, I'm not taking anything away from the art he does. He's super talented, love his artwork. Yeah, so here's the cover he did. I mean, that would look insane for a Batman cover. Now, at the bottom of the post, though, you see he mentions about Batman not standing for this. So where I disagree with him, though, is that, you know, over the last 4 years, what was the party in charge doing? What was Batman doing? Just sleeping while all these illegals came across the border, all these gang members wreaking havoc on innocent civilians. Like, I don't think Batman would have been asleep for 4 years and allowing that to happen. In my opinion, I think Batman would be fighting with ICE to get the illegals out of here and preventing these agitators from trying to run over officers with their car. I think he would be stopping them and putting them in jail. But again, that's my opinion. Hey, but if you don't agree with me, that's perfectly fine. I would encourage you, though, to watch the clip I saved for the very end. It kind of goes over some of the aftermath of what happens when you let illegals in and don't have borders. As for this one, I think this is wild. Who hates immigrants more than pedos? I don't know anybody who does. Now, maybe it's a shot at the elitists, whether right or left. That makes more sense. Anybody who harms children or was involved with the whole Epstein Island thing, yeah, they deserve to be buried under the prison, in my opinion. But if you disagree with me and want to find out more about some of the victims of these illegal migrants and gang members that have been let in, I encourage you to do your own research and check out this clip.
How silence works. Not one Democrat flooded the streets when Laken Riley was beaten, raped, tortured, strangled, and had her skull smashed with a rock by an illegal alien. There were no marches, there were no hashtags, no candlelight vigils, no virtue. Not one Democrat demanded deportations when 12-year-old Jocelyn Nungare was raped and then had her throat slit by 2 illegals. Not a word about borders, not a whisper about accountability, not a single protest demanding justice for a small American child. Not one Democrat staged outrage for Rachel Morin, a mother of 5 young babies, strangled, sexually assaulted, beaten to death with a rock. Apparently, motherhood only matters when it's politically convenient. I said beaten to death with a rock. Not a gun, not a knife, not forks, but a rock, whatever was readily available to murder an American. Not one Democrat tweeted a single syllable about Dakara Thompson after an illegal sexually assaulted her and then chucked her off the bridge like she was just trash.
He is spitting facts right now. I covered all these stories. And yes, they are all silent. They always have been about these sort of stories because it doesn't fit their narrative. I do not understand how people do not see what is going on. How could anybody with any sort of common sense not see what the Democrats are doing? This is insane.
Silence. Absolute silence. No emergency panels, no breathless press conferences, no moral panic, no calls to dismantle the policies that imported the predators who did it. But let a white liberal woman ram a 4,000 to 4,700 pound vehicle into an ICE agent, and suddenly it's a national emergency. Suddenly it's protests all over the place. Suddenly people are showing up at federal agencies, standing and impeding progress. Suddenly it's tears, whining, crying, gnashing of teeth. Suddenly it's hand-wringing about law enforcement and state violence.
He is spitting right now.
That car wasn't a misunderstanding. It wasn't confusion. It wasn't fear. A vehicle at that weight is a deadly weapon. Period. Point blank. So cope.
There you have it, folks. So if you got a problem with ICE being on the ground, getting these criminals off the street, these illegal migrants, and these agitators that are preventing ICE from doing their job, then I guess there's nothing else to say but fuck you. And hopefully your opinions change, because you know what? They can change. And I hope that you never become a victim of these illegal migrants or criminals that are preying on people. So thanks for watching. See you guys next time.